I never understood how the Third Fleet was trapped for years without getting their airship to move. Is it because they didn't have a single hunter to go get some Palumu material? That's funny. But anyway, welcome back to another trip down memory lane with Monster Hunter World Iceborne. I don't know why I put that pause in there. I really could just say World. I'm not even in Iceborne yet. But anyway, we're headed to the Rotten Vale, and I'm assuming that this is going to culminate in a monster hunt. This is a cool cutscene, though. And I think the airship is kind of cool. I think it's cool that they never truly write it up, and it just stays slanted forever. And think the third Fleet Master is cool. Okay, so this definitely isn't the cutscene I thought it was, but still cool. And I was right. Introduction to a monster immediately. Great Girros, I really like Great Girros. Great Girros is one of my favorite tutorial monsters. He's easy, but gives you just enough to think about that whenever I want to try out a new weapon, I would pick him to try it out on. And his pack of Giroses, it's just enough, like I said, to keep the fight interesting. So I learned to really like him. It's why I really like a lot of low tier monsters. They're not the flashiest or the coolest, but I do probably end up hunting them more because of the ease of the hunt, the time of the hunt, the fact that if I just want to hunt for fashion or something, it's pretty simple to hunt something like a Great Gyros or a Tsitsi Yaku 5 or 6 times versus if I wanted to hunt, I don't know, Basil Geese 5 or 6 times. Doable, but just much quicker. So I tend to gravitate towards monsters that I spend the most time with. It is an unfortunate thing that some of the coolest monsters looking back, I kind of treated them just like video game bosses. Like that was a tough, challenging fight, but I've beaten it. Time to move on. And I didn't fight them that many more times, especially if they weren't in an optional quest or something. And yeah, this was my first Monster Hunter game, so I definitely didn't get the spirit of Monster Hunter. That it's more like older console games, like PlayStation or even Sega Super Nintendo era, where it's like you're almost just supposed to play it. It's not about beating it. It's not about finishing it. It's about just playing and enjoying the gameplay. And when I first played World, like I said, I definitely treated it like each monster was a boss. I beat the boss. I moved on to the next boss. If I hit a wall, maybe I'll do the strongest monster I could with the best armor I could. But if I didn't hit a wall, I really didn't stop to just get different armors, just to try different skills, just to try different weapons. I think in my very first playthrough of World, I probably used 2 weapons the whole time. I don't remember what the first weapon was, but I remember I switched to bow to deal with Kieran because melee on Kieran was really tough for me as a brand new hunter. And I don't think I switched weapons again until Iceborne. I think I used hammer most of Iceborne and then switch axe. So definitely not a lot of experimentation. And I'm just going to stop staring at Snake this whole time. Give you all something else to look at. And after several minutes went by because my puppy demanded attention, we're back. I'm glad this is an expedition and that it didn't time out. Well, can't time out because it's not a quest. I think the Rotten Vale is probably my favorite map, which is funny because it's not as interesting as the Coral Highlands, and it's not as intricate as the Ancient Forest, and it's not quite as pretty as the Wildspire Waste, because I think the Wildspire Waste is actually a better looking map, just my opinion, than Coral Highlands. I don't know. Actually, wait a minute. I don't know. They both have some pretty high points, but I really like them both. Was this Endemic Life? Did I just kill this Endemic Life by accident? But yeah, but I think, and it just might be the inner edge lord in me, that the Rotten Vale is like the coolest map. It also has some of my favorite monsters, like Odogaron, Radabon, and Great Girros, Tigrex, even though he's also in the Coral Highlands. I am on an expedition. I guess I'm just gonna be running around collecting tracks and whatnot. Yeah, I think Rotobon's really cool. Again, Inner Edgelord, it's bony and spiky and covered in tar. It's cool. Way better than Oregon on any day of the week. Odogaron had to grow on me. Odogaron was nowhere near one of my favorite monsters, really until Wilds. And I think that's because Guardian Ebony Odogaron in Wilds was my favorite like tutorial monster. I always thought it was cool you could sometimes find a whole like Legiana corpse down here. So the same way I was saying I would hunt Great Girros just because, I would hunt Ebony Guardian Ebony Odogaron when I wanted to like test out a new weapon or something like that. Or like practice mechanics. And I really learned to like him in a way that I don't know, he didn't feel nearly as challenging as he did in World, and that might be because in Wilds you have just that extra little bit of mobility, especially with the focus mode. And I think him being just a little less challenging. It also could have just been because I fought Odogaron when I was playing my first Monster Hunter game. Uh, but yeah, I just really liked him. And if I think about the Coral Highlands, I really like Titsuyaku. I think he's cool, and I think his armor looks cool. Uh, but that's about it for the Coral Highlands. And I said you fight Tigers in the Coral Highlands. I don't think you do. Actually, I think I was thinking about the not underwater, near the water segment of this map. Yeah, near where you fight Valhazak, you fight Tigrex. And just because of the water was there, I was thinking that that might have been Coral Highlands. I'm great at playing and thinking out loud at the same time. And I think the whole effluvium mechanic was pretty cool. I definitely remember this was the first time where I picked an armor set for actual skills. The first time I was playing because I started using Great Girros' armor. Man, these things are annoying. Maybe that's what the flash is here for. But yeah, and to this day, I think Master Rank Great Girros. Is it Girros or Girros? It might be Girros. I'm gonna keep saying Girros. Master Rank Great Girros armor is probably my favorite armor in the whole game. But yeah, and I used to really like Valhazak. I definitely think I don't like him as much as I used to. I think it was just like cool factor. Zombie Bone Dragon was neat. There's nothing wrong with him, but before my last playthrough was ruined, I did fight him in Black Veil pretty recently-ish. And yeah, I remember thinking like, oh, this is fine. There's not much to it. Black Veil was actually a little annoying because of his huge blast of effluvium and constantly cutting your max HP and the constant HP drain. And it's like I can't even gather stuff without killing all these guys. There's so many of them. Okay, that's not what I was trying to do. I definitely think the big commitment weapons like Charge Blade are just a little more fun. No, they're definitely not fun. I don't even know if I'd say they're more fun. They're definitely easier to handle in Wilds with focus mode. I used to think that I couldn't imagine going from that to I'm not fighting all you guys. That I used to think that if the next Monster Hunter and every subsequent Monster Hunter didn't have focus mode, how unplayable it would feel, and that's just not the case. Like this is still very much playable and fun. It wouldn't even be that much of an adjustment, I think. Maybe to new players, definitely. Oof. Probably should have also sharpened before I started this. Everyone talks about Great Azuchi, but I feel like Great Girros was really the first monster that felt like he was fighting with his littles. Obviously, other monsters have had tiny minions about, or just small monsters that would interfere with the fight. But I feel like Great Girros, maybe it's the effluvium making them more aggressive. Maybe it's because there's so many of them, like a nest of snakes. That's the problem. I feel like he really fights with his pack. I am now going to, for a brief period of time, be quiet and concentrate on what I'm doing. Alright, a little bit of a reset. Go away. Go away so I can sharpen. Because I did wear down my sharpness quite a bit just fighting nonsense. And I'm going to carve you. I'm going to carve you right in front of your friends. Sniff all you want, you don't know I'm here. Yeah, I definitely feel like this is a similar experience I had the first time I came through the Rotten Vale, and it definitely inspired me to make Great Gyros' armor. Also, because I think he's cool. I don't know why he gets so much hate. He looks cool. His color scheme's cool. He's a cobra with legs. Snakes are cool. I wonder can the effluvium kill me? I almost want to see, but I'm not going to do that. I have my grill. Maybe I should just grill a steak. Oh my god. Why? Why? Why are you here? Leave me alone. Why are you guys so aggressive? I'm not even gonna bother to charge my files yet. Jerks. Let's see how easy this is to do without the music at all. No, pretty hard actually. The window is so small. Was that my only meat? I'll eat it. 50-50 chance, right? It goes up or down. Yeah, there we go. Okay, how am I gonna get my max health up? I don't think I can do that unless I went to camp and ate, and I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna tough it out, as I'm literally dying from disease in this place. The enraged? No, surprisingly. Oh, he's about to die though. I can cut his tail, can I? Why haven't I cut his tail? I haven't been doing too much. Oh my god, little guys, move out of the way. I want his tail. I was just thinking if he doesn't attack while I'm over here doing this, the fact that I might cart is kind of funny. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting carting on Great Girros, even with the effluvium, even with my max health being so low. I'm just going to tough it out. I feel like he's about to start running away. I wonder if this counts as severing damage. I mean, it's not a lot of damage to begin with, but I wonder. I'm going to get prepared off of you guys. Well, that was pretty easy. And then I'm going to drink a potion, just in case. Oh my god, you're not asleep. Why did I think you were asleep by then? You definitely should have been asleep by then. Just like that definitely should have been a mount. Just like one of these should definitely be a tail sever. Oh, you're slayed! What a waste! I wanted your tail. Well, anyway, I'm going to get out of here and make some Great Gyros armor. I really like this Rathian armor though. It looks cool. But this effluvium is killing me. Maybe that's why Great Gyros really isn't that big of a deal. It almost feels like each map's monsters have their own hierarchy. I say almost feels like that's not exactly what it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Uh, just like Tsitsiyaku, or Kuliaku in the Wildspire Waste, Great Gyros is clearly like the entry. Oh my god, I'm going to kill these guys. Level large monster, and that makes sense considering how debilitating this effluvium can be, and it could actually end up killing you. And I'm going to be mad if I don't get this third Carvox, and I'm going to need this to make his armor. And I've enjoyed this hunt, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave it here and catch you guys next time. Like the video, subscribe.